Now, I've been reading with you guys from this book, the Jesus Storybook Bible, and it talks about all the stories in the Old and the New Testament and relates them back to how it connects to Jesus. And today's story for you guys is called God's Messenger. And I know a lot of you probably already know this story because you guys, I think it was a year or 2 years ago, you did a play called Jonah and the Worm. You did Jonah and the Worm, and remember the worm was so jealous that the whale got all the attention, but he said, that story is really about me. Well, I'm going to tell you this story, and we're going to see what this story has to say about God's messenger. It said God had a job for Jonah. Jonah didn't want it. Go to Nineveh, God said, and tell your worst enemies that I love them. No, said Jonah. These are bad people doing bad things. Exactly, said God. They have run far away from me, but I can't stop loving them. So I want to forgive them. No, said Jonah. They don't deserve it. I'll run away, Jonah said to himself. Far, far away. So far that God won't even be able to find me. Then I won't have to do what God says. That's a good plan, he said to himself, because as far as he knew, it was a good plan. But of course, it wasn't a good plan at all. It was a silly plan. Because you can't run away from God. He will always come and find you. Jonah went ahead with his not so very good plan. One ticket to not Nineveh, please, he said, and boarded a boat sailing in the very opposite direction of Nineveh. Can you guys all see that picture? See the little sign down there by the boat that says not to Nineveh? Nineveh, the opposite direction. Well, it wasn't long before a fierce wind blew and the boat started to lurch and pitch and roll, and everyone started turning green. Jonah sat upright in his bed. You see, the first thing that went wrong with Jonah's not so very good plan was that God sent a big storm after him. The sailors couldn't sail their ship properly. We're sinking, they screamed, and started throwing everything overboard, suitcases, food, whatever they could find. By now, Jonah knew that the storm was his fault. Throw me over instead, he shouted to the sailors, and the storm will stop. The sailors weren't sure, though. It's the only way to be saved, Jonah cried, and so they did. Look at the storm. Look at that boat. Look at the wind, the rain, the water. See them throwing everything overboard? And the next thing they're going to throw overboard is what? That's right. Bloop. There he is, in the water. See that? He's upside down. Splash! No sooner had Jonah hit the water than the waves grew calm, the wind died down, and the storm stopped. Just then, when Jonah thought it was all over, when he was sure he was going to drown, God sent a big fish to rescue him. The fish swallowed Jonah whole with one big gulp. Guess where Jonah was then? In the belly of the whale. Look at that. Look at that. Can you imagine being in the belly of the whale? See the ribs? Inside the ribs. Inside the belly. You think that smelled good? It smelled bad. Bad. Rotting food, rotting fish, decaying food, digesting food. Anybody here ever smell what inside of your belly smells like? You want to know what it smells like? Anybody here ever throw up? Yeah? You know what that smells like? It smells bad, doesn't it? That's what the inside of the whale probably smelled like. Jonah must have thought he died. It was so dark in there, like a tomb. But then he smelled the rotting food and felt the slimy seaweed and knew he wasn't dead. He was in the belly of the fish. Sitting there in the darkness for 3 whole days, Jonah had plenty of time to think. Pretty soon, he realized his plan was, well, pretty silly. He was sorry for running away. He prayed to God from inside that great fish and asked God to forgive him. Please forgive me, he said. After 3 days, the fish spat Jonah out on a sandy beach. But Tony, that was? Yeah, that's right. And this time, Jonah said, yes, I will. I will obey you this time, God. He went straight to Nineveh and told everyone God's wonderful message. And even though he'd run far away from God, God couldn't stop loving him. Look at this. See that? You like that? You like the fish spitting? Anybody ever seen a fish spit? Yeah? I got one person here saw a fish spit. The people in Nineveh listened to Jonah and they started loving God. They learned to do what God said and stop running away from him, just like somebody else had learned to stop running away from God. Jonah. Many years later, God is going to send another messenger with the same wonderful message. Stop running away from me. Just like Jonah, he would spend 3 days in utter darkness. But this messenger would be God's own son. And he would be called the Word because he himself would be God's message. God's message translated into our very own language. Everything God wanted to say to the whole world, all wrapped up in one amazing, wonderful person. And who was that? Jesus. Jesus came as God's message to tell us, stop running away. God loves you, and he'll never stop looking for you because he loves you so much. What a wonderful message he has for us. Should we pray and thank him for the wonderful message? Will you guys pray with me? Dear Jesus, thank you for coming to earth and being God's wonderful message, giving us hope and loving us so much. Help us to love you. In Jesus' name.